Right now, you are using the internet. You've used it thousands of times this week alone. But here's something almost nobody knows. The internet and the World Wide Web are not the same thing. They were invented by different people, decades apart, for completely different reasons. And one of those inventors gave his creation to the entire world for free, and made far less from it than he could have. So today we ask, who actually made that? And the answer involves a nuclear war that never happened, a language no computer spoke, and one man with a proposal his boss almost threw in the bin. The story starts in 1957. The Cold War is at its peak. The Soviet Union just launched Sputnik, the first satellite, and America panicked. The US military had one terrifying question. If the Soviets dropped a nuclear bomb on our telephone network, how would we communicate? The entire US communication system ran through central hubs. One bomb on the right city and the whole network goes silent. So the Pentagon created a research agency called ARPA and gave them one job: build a network that cannot be destroyed. The idea was radical. Instead of one central hub, build a network where every computer connects to every other computer. Cut one line, the message finds another route. In 1969, ARPANET sent its first ever message from UCLA to the Stanford Research Institute in California. The message was the word login. It crashed after 2 letters. The first ever internet message was LO. ARPANET worked, but it had a massive problem. Every computer on the network spoke a different language. They couldn't actually understand each other. Meet Vint Cerf and Bob Kahn, 2 computer scientists who decided to solve that problem. Their solution was TCP/IP, a universal set of rules that every computer on Earth would follow to send and receive information. Think of it like this. Before TCP/IP, computers were like people who each only spoke their own language. TCP/IP gave everyone Esperanto. Cerf and Kahn published their paper in 1974. They did not patent it. They gave it away freely so every computer in the world could use it. No patent, no fee, just here is how it works. Now everyone use it. By 1983, ARPANET switched to TCP/IP. Every computer on the network now spoke the same language. The modern internet had its foundation. But here's the thing. The internet at this point was invisible to almost everyone. It was used by universities, governments, and the military. Normal people had never heard of it. Fast forward to 1989. A quiet British scientist working at a physics laboratory in Switzerland had a problem. His name was Tim Berners-Lee, and his problem was simple. Thousands of scientists at CERN shared information, but every computer stored it differently, and nothing linked together. So he wrote a proposal, a system where documents could link to other documents on any computer anywhere in the world. He called it the World Wide Web. Click a word, jump to a new page, on any computer, anywhere in the world. He gave it to his boss. His boss wrote 3 words on it and handed it back. Vague, but exciting. That was the feedback on the proposal that created the modern internet. Berners-Lee kept going. By Christmas Day 1990, he had built the first ever web server and the first ever web browser. The first ever website went live in 1991. And what was it about? The World Wide Web. He made a website to explain what a website was. In 1991, the web became accessible to people outside CERN. Anyone with the right connection could reach it. Then, in April 1993, CERN made it official. The World Wide Web was released into the public domain. Free for everyone. Forever. No license, no fees, no permission needed. Anyone in the world could now build a website and connect. Within 2 years, there were 50 websites. Then 500. Then 50,000. By 1995, 4 years after launch, the web had around 40 million users. By 2000, it had 360 million. Google, Amazon, Wikipedia, YouTube, none of them exist without that one decision to make the web free. If Berners-Lee had patented the web and charged even 1 cent per page view, he would be the wealthiest person in human history. Instead, he has a knighthood, a Turing Award, and a career built on open standards. He gave the most valuable thing ever created to 8 billion people and walked away. So let's settle this once and for all. The internet and the web, what is the actual difference? The internet is the physical infrastructure, the cables, the routers, the servers, the roads. The World Wide Web is the system of linked pages that travels along those roads. The cars. You can use the internet without the web. Email, for example, runs on the internet but is not part of the web. The web is just one application that runs on the internet, the most popular one. The one that changed everything. Today, the internet carries over 5 billion users. Every second, 4.5 million searches happen on Google alone. The entire global economy runs through the system that started as a military project to survive a nuclear war. All of it rests on a language two men gave away in 1974, and a system one man gave away in 1993. Think about how different the world looks if even one of those three men had decided to own it instead. Every search, every message, taxed, gated, controlled. Instead, we got something no generation in human history ever had before. All of human knowledge free in your pocket. So, who invented the internet? ARPA built the first network because they were afraid of nuclear war. Cerf and Kahn built the language every computer speaks and gave it away. Berners-Lee built the web on top of it and refused to own it. All of them made that. If this made you stop and think, subscribe. Because next week we ask, who invented the camera? See you then!